In this video, we are going to see about the MySQL database, how we can prepare our MySQL database, how we can install MySQL database on our system, and how we can connect this MySQL database to Power BI. Let's try to understand. First of all, this is the mysql.com website, which is I have just opened, and you can see means there are various options which are available here. I need to download this MySQL database, so I will go to the download section here, and there are so many options which are available. Just go to this MySQL community downloads, just click on that, and you will have these options, various options. So just try to click on this MySQL installer for Windows, because we need an installer. Then we do need to select the operating system. So basically when we use Power BI, so we must be working in the Microsoft Windows, but that is something which is you can select it here, and based on our Windows version we can select the installer. So let's try to download this. Now it will prompt for login or sign up, but we don't need to do it. Just select this no thanks, then just start my download, and it will just download this installer. Once the download is finished, just open it, and you will be prompted for installation of this MySQL installer. Once we click on install, the new window gets open, and you can select one of these option here, where I will select the going to the custom available, and you can just click on this next. And here what we need exactly, this is the MySQL server which we are going to install on our local system. So only we are going to select this MySQL server which is here, and in this we can select the version which is we wanted to have, and for which version. So let's try to get this, the latest one. There are various versions which are available, however we can just get it the latest one with the 64-bit or whatever the version you have in the your system. So let's select this, and then we do have these applications as well which we can select. Basically my workbench is one thing which is we need, and we can select one of this, because this is something which is we are going to use it. Just select this, and we are done with this, and just click on next, and we can select this, and we can just click on this and click on execute. So now this will be downloaded first, and then it will be installed in some time. You can just select the agreement and just click on install. The first thing is completed. Now we can see this both the installation has been finished, and now we can just click on next. We can see that this is ready to download. Just click on this execute option, and now it is again going to download, because earlier it has downloaded the installer, and now it is downloading the actual files, and then it will install in some time. Now this is downloaded, and you can just install it. Just click on this next, and it is ready to install. Just click on this execute option. Now it is installing. Now you can see the installation is complete. Just click on next, and it is ready to configure. Now just click on next. There are options which are available here. No need to change it. This type of networking or something which is keep it default. There are port which is available here, which is something which is default one. Then select the next option, which is authentication method. So this is something with strong password, so that is something which is we need to select. So this is something which is we can give some password. The user ID will be root, and the password maybe we can give something which is we can give it here, and just click on next. And the service name, if you wanted to change it, or else keep the same. Click on next, and we need to apply the this configurations. Whatever we have updated, now we can just click on execute, and this all these steps will be applied now one by one. All the steps has been finished, and we will just click on finish. So we are ready with this our configuration complete, you can see. And now you can see copy log to clipboard. This is a log of the installation, but this is, if required, means we can keep it, or you can just say means start my SQL workbench after setup. So we can select that and just click on finish. So this is the home screen which is available. We can, if you wanted to see the documentation, we can browse the documentation, blog or something which is we can do, and we can see this option as well. So this is something which is a default one available. If you can click on this as well, you can see there are some options which are available here. See, this is something for migration, but we don't want to go to that. We can just go to the home screen, and we can see there are option connect to database. So let's try to use this connect to database and start a connection local instance. So wherever we have this local host database created, the port one is there and username is there, and the default schema is not yet set, but we can just click on OK. We need to give the password. So whatever the password which we have given while we were doing the installation, just give that and click on OK. This is the workbench which is open now. We can see means there are options available here where we can see the schemas as well. Right now there is no schema, but we can create one schema which is available. This is the default schema. We can create a schema here from here, and we can say that Power BI schema, and just click on apply. So right now this is the schema which we are creating. Just click on apply, and we are finishing it. Now we have done, we are with this Power BI, we don't have any data tables available here. For that means we will try to create one of the table here so that we can add some data in that. So for this we can just click on here, and we can click on this icon which is create new table in the active schema. However, if you click on directly, it will not be created in this schema. For that we can just set this schema as default schema, and then we can create new table in this. So now when we click on this, we can say this is country data. Any name we can give it. Other things are we can just specify a column. Now you can see there are no columns available here, so just click on this primary key and not null option, and we can have this column name which is we can say id, which is an integer. Then we can add another column which is say, let's say country, and it can be varchar. We can say not null, it is not a primary key, and we can have some cells volume data. So this may be integer, and we can mention this as not null. So this is the way we can create columns here. There are some other options which are primary key, not null, unique, binary, unsigned, zero field generator. So these are selected like this here. Just click on this apply. Now you can see this is the query has been created with the create table in this schema, and the table name is this one, which is ID, country, and sales volume. Three columns which needs to be created. So just click on apply now, and this is script has been successfully applied to the database. Just click on finish. Now we can see this table is created. We can see what are the columns which are available: ID, country, and sales volume. Indexes is one primary key for this ID column which is there. No foreign key and no triggers as of now. We can just right click on this table, and we can say select rows. Right now when we say select, we don't see any data. So there is an option to insert a new row, and we can add some values. Let's say means we are adding one value. So let's say we have country and sales volume of 400. We can another ID, we can say USA as 300, and then we can have the other countries like maybe Australia having 100 sales volume, and one more, let's say Germany. This is the way we can create the data, and we can just apply it. And now when we apply it, you can see the insert into commands has been created with this all these values which I have given. Just click on apply, and this is completed. We can see this data when we are selecting, so you can see this is being created. So this is how the table and its data can be added. So this is just for testing purpose. We have created one table, added few rows of data in this table, so that we can get the understanding of the MySQL Server database. Now what we are going to do, we are going to connect this MySQL database and its table to the Power BI, and we will create some visualization that we will see next.